Oh, gotta be right in the focus, Bear. Right in the focus. You can do this professional show one of these days. Today's the day, Bear. Today is the day. All right, let's go live here. We are live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. You know, kind of the big story, I guess, late last week here, well, it's still the same week here, but later this week here, the whole Eric July, aka Ripperverse, situation out there. Apparently he is, In Psalm is the book, if you got the In Psalm book out there. Apparently he's being sued by what was the name of it? International Society of Ministries, I think is the name of it, in Psalm as well. So apparently there is either a church or a evangelical group out there had the same name, and probably through some shenanigans and all the other fun stuff out there with the anti-comic day people. Eric July, Rippa, is being sued out there. You know, Bears, everybody's worried, like, oh, the artist. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Who's to blame? Yada, yada, yada. Bear's first thought was like, okay, what about all those backers? If he's being sued and he does go through the discovery phase of everything, you know, you'd probably see, you would hate to see, I should say, some of those backers' names being leaked out there. They might be released somehow. So Bear's unsolicited opinion out here. Go ahead and settle the case as quickly as you can. I don't know if there's damages or anything like that that's going on with it. It just seems like that there is a mix-up between the church and a comic book. So I think that's something that's pretty easily resolved there. But that would be Bear's advice. Just go ahead and get it wrapped up, get it out of the way before any sort of weird stuff happens. Because they could go discovery, find out all about all these great people that bought his book. So we don't want to have that happen. No, we do not. All right, people, I tell you, from one unfortunate news to another here, people. One of Bear's idols out here. We are losing people left and right, people. I tell you what. The great out there. I'm talking about Bob Barker. Bob Barker, R.I.P. R.I.P. Bob Barker out here, unfortunately. He is headed to the big money wheel in the sky. Big money wheel in the sky. Longtime host of The Price is Right. R.I.P. at 99 years young. That's from Variety and Carmel? We'll go with Carmel Dagan out here. Emmy Award-winning game show host Bob Barker, who spent 5 decades associated with The Price is Right. Come on down, people. Has died. He was 99. I wonder if God, with his sense of humor, decided to ask Bob, you know, hey, what day do you think you're gonna die at? You know, he had to kind of get. You got to get within a couple days, otherwise you don't win the prize. It is with profound sadness that we announce that the world's greatest MC who ever lived. Wow. Bob Barker has left us, his publicist Roger Neal said in a statement on Saturday. Barker was cited in the Guinness Book of World Records for his consecutive appearances hosting game shows and doling out hundreds of millions of dollars in cash and prizes over the years. Beloved out there. Before Alex Trebek surpassed him. Barker hosted The Price is Right, the longest-running game show in TV history, for 35 years, only retiring in June of 2007. The Price is Right enthusiastic contestants are invited by the deep-voiced announcer to come on down! Who was that? Was it Rob Roddy? Was it Rob Roddy that did that with the sequined jacket that he had on? Come on down! Ah, it's the Price Right! Ah, he's great. Great. I don't know if he's still alive or not. To play mini games based on guessing the cost of merchandise. Barker was a strong advocate for animal rights, another thumbs up in Bear's opinion, and donated millions of dollars to animal neutering programs. Thumbs down for Bear. He was known, do not spay or neuter your bear out here, people. Do not. He was known for ending his shows by saying, and folks, remember, always spray and neuter your pets. Make sure your pets, not bears out here. I don't know if there's that many. I don't know if there's that many bears that are pets, though. Don't let Bear know. He wants to remain ignorant. The Price is Right, rather, was the last man standing in the daytime game show genre. Having survived 12 years after its last competitor had been canceled. The Price is Right continued on the network under host Drew Carey. There you go. Barker held a weekday TV job continuously for 51 years, which included his years on Truth or Consequences. That was almost the name of Bear's live show here. He's going to call it Truth or Consequences. He won 19 Emmy Awards in total, including 14 for game show host, more than any other performer. He also won 4 for executive producer of The Price is Right, and received a Lifetime Achievement Emmy for daytime television in 1999. He attributed his popularity to the fact that he never performed as an actor, except occasionally playing himself, as in the Adam Sandler movie Happygilmore in 1996. His shows were a family affair produced by his first wife, his high school sweetheart, Dorothy Jo Giddin, until her death from cancer, R.I.P. in 1981. And he usually brought his pets to the studio. His face was familiar to Americans of several generations. The handsome, amiable, silvered-hair host was never obsequious or condescending to his contestants, always enthusiastic and warm. So there you go, people. It goes on there. A great life for the Bob Barker out there. The great Bob Barker out there. Once again, R.I.P. 99 years young out there. Had a full life. He was such an animal lover. I think during the either late 80s, it might have been early or late 80s, he decided to stop coloring his hair because they had animal products in there. So the handsome fella you see there turned to the silver-haired fox you see later. So there you go. Very interesting, gentlemen. Very interesting. R.I.P. to the great Bob Barker, unfortunately. Yes, indeed. All right. It's coming in pretty good. There is trying a new microphone here, so hopefully that is turning out for you good people. Yes, indeed. Well, a bear has shocked everyone. Shocked everyone out there that they are in silence. So we will move on. Move on here to our good folks over here at Deadline. Pardon me, people. Granturismo is from Deadline here. Anthony D'Alessandro. Granturismo heads to a $16.5 million opening, and that makes Barbie angry. Oh, that's nice. You want to see an angry Barbie out there. Why does it make Barbie angry? Well, let's find out. The Sopranos star Dre DeMatteo launches an OnlyFans subscription site. Well, that's something. Sony's Granturismo counted a Friday that includes $5.3 million in previews, plus another $3.2 million yesterday in pure dollars. Thank goodness. You always wonder, is this dollar pure or not? Thankfully it was. For what's being called an $8.5 million day. This will translate to $16.5 million for an opening weekend. However, people, National Cinema Day. National Cinema Day? Really? Couldn't see a big rally for Barbie? Cinema? Barbie? Are we sure about this? I don't know. Despite figures showing a $4 million Friday and a $15.7 million sixth weekend, we'll have a better idea for pre-sales on Sunday tomorrow. Stalling. Stalling for time. Warner Brothers is still having a really big problem with Sony stuffing their weekend with an extra $3.9 million in previews. When you back out Thursday's $1.4 million on Granturismo in their eyes, no studio. Too many commas here and parentheses. Just make your frickin' statement and end it with a period, especially when it's all clipped off here. That's a side rant for beer. For in their eyes, no studio has ever done that before with an extensive string of previews. Essentially, Gran Turismo was put out in some of the local LA theaters to let people go and check out. It wasn't necessarily called an opening weekend or an opening week for that, so I think they had it going back maybe a week or two. So they're counting all of those into the opening weekend, which is making Barbie very mad. So they say, why is Warner so upset? Because that would mean Barbie is number one, and she'd be able to count 5 weekends at number one. Warner's should wait until Monday a.m. when the dust settles from National Cinema Day. I know, every cinemaphile is gonna go out to see Barbie. Because it could work in Barbie's favor generally. No, probably cinemaphiles would probably go see the Gran Turismo just for Neil Blomkamp. I don't know why they would go see a Barbie movie. That doesn't make any sense. I think a little puffery is going on here. Many have stuffed their opening weekends with advanced previews, and rivals perceive this as common practice, because they've done it before. Grr. That's why some aren't calling BS on Sony. More to the point, Sony isn't making these ticket sales up. Gran Turismo's cash is right there in ComScore with the preview box office, including in Friday. They were also upfront in the press that they were holding advanced previews for Gran Turismo. This isn't a scenario of those evil angel studios, and the Sound of Freedom, which many perceive has a $10 to $20 million bloat in their $180 million domestic run, due to double counting off of the distributor's own side ticket sales in the web portal. They were selling those because it was part of the crowdfunding campaign. I guess we could take off millions of dollars if a producer puts in money to a movie. So, sure, why not? Let's take that off of Barbie. Let's take that off of Gran Turismo. Go right ahead. I dare you. I dare you. Go right ahead. Anyways, they were mad that Indiana Jones got beat by Sound of Freedom. Ha 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 ha. We'll show in just a second. Indiana Jones isn't even on the map anymore. It's not even on the map. It's, what, a month and a half later, and it's already gone, people. Poof. Sound of Freedom's still there, though. At the end of the day, did this advanced preview stunt for Gran Turismo work? Not really, they say, but Sony believed in the movie, just like Paramount believed in Dungeons & Dragons, and sought to create buzz. And they say especially at a time when the actors can't promote due to the strike. That's actually pretty smart. They didn't have really many stars anyways. I think they had the one guy from, what is it? Stranger Things. That fella, he's not really a big... David Harbour. He's been in a couple things. I really wouldn't call him a big movie star or anything, but it was a bunch of unknowns. I think there's one other actor in there, and that's about it. Oh, well, there's plenty of one big-name actor in there. I can't remember who. You can't fault Sony for trying. Nobody's faulting Sony. No filmmaker, producer, or agent connected to the film can. How dare they? The exits on Gran Turismo are spectacular at a 90% grade, and an A on CinemaScore. There you go. Aren't you supposed to get an S And Granturismo, isn't that the highest score there? But despite this, there's no great rush to see Granturismo. Probably because they played the video game. They already know what happened. He either wins the race or he doesn't. Part of the problem is that there aren't any big stars in the film outside of David Harbour from Stranger Things and Lord of the Rings. Orlando Bloom. I forgot he was in there. There you go. It's also a race car movie. And those have spotty records. He says Gran Turismo isn't Ford versus Ferrari, which opened up to 3.31 rather, $0.4 million with big stars like Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and the brand names of the automakers in the title. That really helps. Plus, the movie further won audiences over with its jaw-dropping race scenes. I guess Gran Turismo doesn't have any. Maybe Gran Turismo finds an audience in the fall that will dry up come late September. Though Friday, Gran Turismo counts $30 million at the foreign box office, so not bad. I mean, you're not doing terrible or anything like that. We'll see. We'll continue on here. With the overall penultimate weekend of summer is heading towards an estimated $85.2 million. It's not a $100 million weekend, they say, but it's still 61% over the same time last year. Well, there really wasn't a whole lot out last year when there was a lack of big studio product. Thank you for taking Bear's words here. Amid this weekend's box office accounting fuss between Gran Turismo and Barbie, it looks like there's a phenomenon happening at the art house. That's where MGM teen LGBTQ comedy? Bottoms. Oh, good lord. The movie, which was championed by Orion boss Elena Mayo. Hold the mayo! How dare you! Is heading towards a great theater average 48K. Oh, it's terrific. Oh, the art theaters. Oh, they're coming back. 48K. Oh, yeah, that's what a great. From 10 bookings in 4 markets. So 48K. Let's just call it 50K from 10 bookings. You're $5,000 a theater? Plus you're splitting half of that. So you made $2,500 per theater. Congratulations. Who was this? MGM. Congratulations, Amazon. And Orion. And Mayo. Hold the Mayo. How dare you. Where are the Lester sisters? That is a question Bear wants to know. Good to see Jiminy here. Good to see Jiminy. They missed out on our Bob Barker tribute. He can come down no longer. He can't come down any longer. Anyways, there we are. Oh, there is Amy. Well, they all come in at the same time. Have we ever seen Amy and Jiminy in the same room together? I don't think so. They might be the same people out here. You never know. Anyways, Bravo Bottoms out there. Bravo Bottoms with 48K. What else are they talking about? This one did pretty good. Retribution? Oh, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson in the same movie that he's made for like the past decade. It's like Liam Neeson in Speed. There you go. Congratulations. They did pretty good. Golder Meyer? Oh, interesting. The Hill? Yay. Anyways, here we go. Gran Turismo. Sony. Let's see. Friday made $8.5 million. Now, that's what they're including with all of this other stuff. So, like the week, 2 weeks beforehand when they were just putting that out, that is being included. That's why Barbie is so ticked off here. Well, there is Melissa as well. Now we have a full contingent of Lesters here. A full contingent. Melissa's parking the getaway car. There we go. Hopefully they got away. Which, by the way, many people, all of you people, weren't here when Bear started. So Bear is trying out a new microphone. So hopefully that comes in a little bit better here. Hopefully that is coming in a lot better. Let's see. 3-day, $16.5 million. Week 1. Barbie, oh, there we go, it's saying 3-day, 15.7, so just slightly higher, that's why they're ticked off, but, I mean, it's not like Hollywood has ever fudged the numbers in their accounting situation there. Terrible. Blue Beetle. So Bear says, you gotta wait a week, then we'll find out if it's any good or not. It's not very good at all. Plummeted 75%. So, for a move, golly, 60% for the 3-day. Their entire movie cost like $120 million, which was supposed to be a quote cheap Blue Beetle. I don't know what the international is. Let's just say it's the same here. I doubt it is, but let's just say it's the same. So they got 80. Let's just call it 85 million worldwide in a week, and it cost 120. So yeah, probably not going to do. People are just confused. They keep saying, okay, it's the first DC character, but not the first DC movie. It's like, how do you have a character, but the character's not in a movie? That doesn't make any sense. James Gunn, terrible. Oppenheimer still popping in there. Bear came up with a crazy idea that they need to have like a rap diss track. It should be like Edward Teller, like dissing on Oppenheimer. You know, kind of a macho track. You know, like Oppenheimer's A-bomb isn't as big as the H-bomb, if you understand what I'm saying here. So I thought that would be a good diss track. Good diss track out there. His name is Edward Teller, like a boss. He could dun like a boss, 'cause his H-bomb is better than the A-bomb. I don't know. We'll workshop that out. We'll workshop out the Oppenheimer diss track from Edward Teller out there. It might be a little bit of a deep cut. For people. Not sure. Amy likes it, though. Amy likes it. Amy says, I mean, it looks like a cheap Blue Beetle. I've been saying that all along. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Bear is now making music. Here we go. 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and Bear's going to get around to a diss track for Oppenheimer. Like a boss. Let's see. I don't know. He's an Edward Teller. He's a good-looking fella. Like a boss. The H-bomb. I don't know. It'll come to Bear. Bear just needs to just be on the bus on 8 Mile, just round and round. And he'll come up with a winner out here. All right, anyway, what the hell are we talking about? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whatever. There we go. Actually, not too bad. 4 weeks? Not too bad. The Meg, I think they're getting most of their money overseas. Half of their money's going to go to the Chinese government anyway, so, meh. Strays, yeah, that's not looking pretty good either. That's not looking too good. That's the foul-mouthed dog movie there. Retribution, don't know anything about. Golda, not making a whole lot of money there. In the Hill, not either. So, I mean, look, let's see. Let's see here. I mean, just for some of the 3 days here, like 4.1, 4, 3.3, 2. All of these, number 6 through 10 is completely wiped out. Indiana Jones isn't anywhere near any of that stuff. So, yeah, there we go. There we are. Freestyling, says Amy. Freestyling. There we go. It's tough for a bear when he tries to do that on a live stream. There you go. Because somebody's going to clip that. You know they are going to clip that. Look at Bear trying to rap. How dare you? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Amy has a review here. Stray was an excellent video game. I'm talking about the movie. I don't think it's related to that movie there. Stray. stray. I think I know. It's gonna sound stupid, but that was the one with I think it was like a dog or a cat that was like trying to roam the video game world there and trying to get back to their owner or something like that. I remember seeing something about that. Never played it, but I remember seeing it. A big indie game, if Beer remembers correctly. It was a cat. Okay, a cat. There we go. There we go. Of course, Amy is playing as a cat. Playing as a cat there. There we go. All right, anyways, bounding into comics. God, I don't want to talk about this. The Batman people. Matt Reeves rumored to be building see how this is stupid, the Batman. The Batman. A cinematic universe separate from the DCU. Yeah, of course. That's where Bear was going all along here. Lost in a world of forgotten robots. Interesting. Interesting. Gosh, I remember, I think I saw that as a playthrough. Somebody was playing it, like on a Twitch or YouTube or something like that. I remember catching some of that. Oh, I know what it was. It was the HoloLive ladies out there. Somebody was talking about the HoloLive situation out there. I was like, what the heck, you know? And then all of a sudden it shows up in Bear's feed. It's like, oh, okay, let me check this out. And it was, I think, one of those girls that were playing the Stray game when it first came out. So there you are. There you are. Or people have no idea what Bear's talking about. So either or. Either or. The DC universe is growing. And not just on the Earth Prime sector. Oh, for crying out loud. Governed by James Gunn. In the Saffron. Matt Reeves' pocket kingdom of Batman characters is also going to expand over the next couple of years, with sequels and Max exclusive series. The big one everyone is anticipating is the Penguin spin-off starring Colin Farrell. Are they going to call everything the? We're going to have like the Riddler, or we're not going to have the Joker, the Robin. I don't know. I don't know. I tell you, one good thing. You can actually see what's going on. I have no idea what the hell's... This is like daylight. This is daylight. You still can't see what the hell's going on here. Beer's just gonna go off on a rant here. At least you can see what's going on. Still don't like the bokeh. I mean, unless it's maybe kind of a artistic, you know, he's thinking really deep, or he's losing his focus or something. Okay, all right, that works, but I don't know. The crazy bokeh still horrible. Still horrible. Its debut is postponed by the ongoing writer's strike. It is. It will be. But production hasn't been canceled. We should see it drop on streaming sooner rather than later. Are you sure? You just said that it was postponed. We haven't had a resolution to either of those guilds, much less both of them. So I don't know why they come out with this and say, oh yeah, it'll come out. I mean, technically that's true. I mean, sure, it could come out 1,000 years from now, and that's sooner rather than later, but still, that's not, I don't know, it is. The Batman Part, you couldn't come up with a better name. The Batman Part 2. I mean, that's worse than The Dark Knight Returns. Will follow to grow Reeves' Batverse. There's also so many verses out there. The Butler, says Jiminy. The Catwoman. The Alfred. This is terrible. And the progress caused speculation. He's creating his own cinematic universe apart from Gunn and Saffron DCU. Gee, who would have thought of that? Like 6 months or a year ago. This guy right here. Well, this bear right here. That's why we say, you don't watch this show to know what's going on. You watch the show to know what's going to go on. The Butler works. There we go. The Butler. Is Andy, what's his face? Is he still alive in this, in The Batman? He got blown up. And then he like wakes up. He's like, where am I? I'm in the hospital. And then frickin' Bruce Wayne's right there. He's like, Alfred, I hate you so much. What did you know about my father? And then, like, Alfred falls back asleep. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you just, like, he's, like, sitting there waiting the entire time. He's, like, waiting. Okay, Alfred's gonna wake up any moment. Any moment. Alfred wakes up. He's like, I know it. Where is he, Alfred? What happened to my father? Alfred's like, I just got blown up. I wish you would open that box instead of me. Of course, Batman did get blown up the first time. I guess the first bomb didn't work out, so they had to do the second bomb, which also didn't work out. Didn't kill anybody. Berg could just go on and on about how stupid the Batman is. Anyways, there are rumors of more series and more villain introductions being discussed, though nothing is confirmed, rather, except for that other Max series about Arkham. Has that even been written? They even gotten any actors? If they haven't, then you're SOL. Nevertheless, sources say, people, the building of the Batverse into a separate coexisting thing is true. YouTube's Sly Abdul hears that is what happens over at Warner Brothers, and a lot could happen. That's what is happening over at Warner Brothers, and a lot could happen. Mr. Abdul, who is your source? Who is your source? I always ask this question. I've got the source. I've got a deeply placed source at Warner Brothers that is feeding me all of this information. Oh, really? Who is it? Oh, well, I can't really divulge that person's information. Oh, really? Why not? Oh, well, reasons and blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, so you're just making it up. Mr. Abdul, anybody can read the trades. I mean, like right here, I've got a deadline right there. Anybody can read the trades, sir. It's not that hard. A little bit of critical thinking, boom, and that's all you need. That's all. Bear said this like a year ago. A stupid The Batman. They got the just released Flash there that had Michael Keaton. God, it had just about everybody, but Michael Keaton. George Clooney was in it. No Twinkle Toes, though. So Twinkle Toes is off in his own universe. Then you got the James Gunn universe out there as well. The Gunverse. And then you've got Joker way off to the other side. So you've got like 5 different Batman. What do they call it? Universes. Verses out there. So, if Bear can figure that out, rubbing 2 brain cells together a little while back, I'm just saying, sources say. Sources say is BS. I'm just gonna go ahead and call that right now. Call that right now. Critical thinking might also be a superpower, says Amy. That could be true. Could be true. Gosh dang it, Amy. If he is waiting for him to come out of a coma, that'd be Twinkle Toes Batman. Just so he can yell at him, that's no kind of hero. Go back and watch. No, I do not go back and watch it, but if you happen to see some clips online, yeah, go, just check it out. He's just like sitting in the chair waiting for Alfred to like wake up, and then he starts yelling at him about his dad. Like, could you just like give that a couple minutes, you know, let it breathe just a little bit, then go into the interrogation for your surrogate father, maybe? Whatever. Abdul notes that Reeves signed an overall deal with Warner's in 2022. Bear also noted that he did the same thing and made a whole friggin' YouTube about it. And after the merger closed, transactional executives, that would be Pam Abby and Michael DeLuca, they're basically the heads over all of Warner Brothers. So Abby and DeLuca, so you got like the Z-Man, then you got Abby and DeLuca over Warner Brothers. Then you got like James Gunn over the entire DC umbrella, and then you got underneath him would be Reeves doing the Batman. The Gunn and Safran would later be appointed to spearhead the relaunch of DC Studios with a shared continuity, apparently not, which seemingly won't conflict with Reeves' plans. How? Of course it is. It's right there. They're in 2 completely different universes, but they're a shared continuity. Completely makes sense. The Bold and the Beautiful is coming with Flash director Andy Muschietti at the helm, but that will be totally different from Reeves' universe, and also all the other universes. Abdul says the former will likely be more in line with Gunn's style of humor, because that's what you want in a Batman film, is cheeky humor, is to take a impactful moment, an emotional moment, and then completely undercut it with just some lame humor. That's what you want in a Batman film. God dang it. Burn it all with fire. The Flash's mood and oh boy! So, if you like The Flash, and you like the mood and palette, which you can barely see in some scenes, boy, don't you have something to look forward to in The Brave and the Bold and the Beautiful. He adds Muschietti and Gunn aren't going in depth with the Bat family as Reeves might instead. I thought that they were. I thought that was the whole point. I thought that they were gonna have Robin there, and he was like gonna try and kill Batman for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. And like I thought that there was like they were trying to do like the Batgirl. That got canceled and everything. But they were trying to do that. Now they're not gonna do that. They're gonna give it over to Matt Reeves, who shouldn't be directing commercials, much less multi-million-dollar movies. For crying out loud. Gunn is funny, says Amy. Well, hey, everybody has their opinion out there. This could open the door for a Robin in the Batverse, which Abdul hopes says Jason Todd. We don't know. We'll see. A rumor a long time ago suggested Death in the Family might be used as a template for a sequel. I thought that they already teased the Joker in there. He was at the end of the movie. They already teased that. But now they're just going to go completely just different. I don't know. With Scarecrow, Clayface, Professor Pig, all this other stuff. Two-Face, Catwoman. She was in the last movie. That's the Catwoman. The Two-Face. The Scarface. The Clayface. Scarface. They should have Scarface in a Batman film. The Scarecrow. The Clayface. The Professor Pig out there. Or is it Pig? I don't know. All the villain and Robin stuff is hearsay until proven. Yeah. And if it ever is, Matt Reeves has to find someone else or a handful of individuals to direct and develop these projects. He is not, people, doing everything himself. Or is he? Well, actually, you could probably tell because that's Matt Reeves, and, I don't know, her glass and maybe her eyes are in focus? I'll give him that. The glass and her eyes are in focus in this entire scene. Nothing else is in focus. It's also dimly lit. It's also backlit from a beautiful ebony lady out there. But still, you don't black light. You don't have a light in the background for a person with a darker skin. It completely blows everything out. Terrible. I compare that with this, and yeah, you can see a whole lot different. You can actually make out Colin Farrell's face and what he's looking at, and that there's actually sun out there. There you go. Jiminy says the Penguin's basically Scarface in the Batman films. Well, that might be interesting. Maybe. I don't know. They kind of... they should have just had it with the Riddler in the last movie. They shouldn't even... I thought he did a great job. I thought he was probably one of the best parts of the entire movie. But, like, why? It didn't really... I know it did, but... it should have just been a battle of wits between the Riddler and Batman. The Riddler out there. Save the Penguin stuff for later. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Anyways, the Batman, blah, 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 blah. You know, when your friends in a couple years say, hey, we're going to go see a Batman film, you're going to be like, oh, which one? Is it the Batman? Is it James Gunn Batman? Is it George Clooney Batman? Is it, who am I trying to say here? Who was the other one? Michael Keaton Batman? Is it Joker off in his own universe? Is it that Batman? Which one is it? Which one is it, people? Anyways, there we are. There we are. I need to get off of this, people. Bear's gonna go off on a bear-length rant here. Just can't have that at all, people. Can't have that at all. Anyhow, moving on. Comicbook.com. Oh, by the way, let me see. Bounding into comics and J.B. Augustine out there. Gotta give him credit. Let's see. Comicbook.com. Doesn't have an artist here. I don't know. Apparently leaked image comics documents gives a surprising look at what drives indie comic sales. An internal image comic document gives a pretty surprising picture of the present and future of creator-owned comics. Gee, I wonder how that's going. Mark Miller is a writer whose work has made huge inroads outside of the comic book market, and whose success has helped Image Comics and the creator-owned comics movement hugely. Hugely? Is that even... Okay, we'll go with it. In the last 20 years. The one-time Superman and Civil War writer has knocked out adaptation-friendly hits like Kick-Ass, Wanted, and The Secret Service, also known as Kingsman. Excuse me. No mute button on this new mic. You're gonna hear all the ticks and hisses from beer here. Over the years, Ennies currently has a huge creator-owned event series going on that serves as a sequel to Wanted to boot. God, whoever wrote this, I tell you. Still in a series of recent interviews, Millar has called out the current comics industry for not doing enough to bring in new readers. I mean, it's not like you got multi-million-dollar movies out there that can bring in new readers to your comic books. Whatever. Listening to him talk, the market sounds pretty dire. He talks about comic retailers who are struggling to keep their heads above water and claims there are only a couple of good books at Marvel or DC at one time. Name one. No longer enough to force the audience to make hard choices with their dollars, barely even enough to motivate people in through the comic shop doors. And his prognosis for creator-owned books isn't that much better. Okay, we'll go with that. In reality, the last 10 years, how about the last 5 years, sir? The last 5 years? Anything for the last 5 years? Maybe? Possibly? There hasn't been any big blow-up success in the creator-owned world. There hasn't been any blow-up success in the creator-owned world in the last, let's just say 5 years. None whatsoever. Not a single one of them out there. None. Interesting. Saga was probably the last one that went crazy. Things have done well, done nicely, but Saga was the last time that there was a phenomenon, and The Walking Dead prior to that. There's been a few, but the real success comes from the industry. Are you sure about that, sir? Are you sure about that? I'm not talking about as individuals. I'm not talking about as individual. Can you frickin'... You are a writer, aren't you? You should be able to talk. I mean, Bear's excuses is he's a bear, for crying out loud. You try talking beer. The honest truth is that creator-owned creator-owned growth, rather, comes from Marvel and DC doing well. Are you sure about that, sir? Are you sure about that, sir? It's been more than a decade since Saga dropped, and Image's 20th anniversary faded into its 30th in that time. If Saga was the last mega hit they had, that would be pretty terrifying things. But our friends over at Bleeding Cool, have done a pretty sharp breakdown of some actual numbers that tell a very different story. Maybe not quite as different as it first appears at face value, but certainly not as cut and dry as Millar presents it. And they go through them here. I mean, like the top, let's see, the top four are Todd McFarlane stuff. Donnie Cates, 5. Mark Millar at number 7. Scott Snyder, 8. Emilia Clarke? Isn't she like the Game of Thrones? Wasn't she the one riding the dragon? She's not on heroin. I mean, she's literally riding a dragon. Is that the same one? Maybe she has the same name. I don't know. Anyways, it goes on, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. The absence of saga, or any, for crying out loud, this writer, or 2012 books like the Manhattan Projects and Fatal are missing from the list entirely. What the list does seem to underscore more than an existential crisis at Image Comics is the growing comics market. What? Huh? Costs are soaring, leaving retailers feeling lean, but gut feelings aren't numbers, and actual sales in dollars have been consistently trending upwards, question mark, in comics for a number of years now, question mark? So it makes sense that so many of these, quote, bestsellers, all of which reportedly sold 80,000 copies or more, with the top third over at 100. Okay, are these books that are actually sold to customers? Or are these books that are sold to the comic shops that have like 20 different variant covers out there that they can't sell? So yes, you know, Marvel or DC has quote-unquote sold comics, but they sold them to the comic shop who now has a huge glut of comics that they can't do anything with. We shall see. We shall see. Anyways, they go on, talk about Berserker and other stuff here. But they just can't figure out that, I don't know, there's a whole marketplace out there for other independent comics that are doing really well? Maybe? Possibly? Question mark? I don't know. Let's go check it out, people. Let's go check it out with some great campaign updates here, people. Just for you people. Let's actually check this out. Let's check this out. Let's check out good old CyberFrog here. Oh, Uncle E just doing terrible. Awful even. $525,000 in, what is that, like a month and a half? Let's just call it 2 months here. Over $500,000 in 2 months. Yeah, what a terrible, awful, horrible situation that we're in. Horrible. Let's find out. Let's find out from the man himself here. Let me pull it up because old Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, some shenanigans out there. From Uncle E, he says, follow the official all caps comics Twitter/X. He says, hey, Wrecked Planet backers. Hey, Uncle E, how you doing? How you doing out there? Actually, he's got a nice little cover. Dale Keown, colors, not Kyle Ritter, from Kelsey Shannon. I don't know. Is he kicked out or is he back in? I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out here. You go down to Tampa and all of a sudden you're kicked out of Comicsgate. I tell you, all of us been kicked out. Shane, Mandy, Kelsey, Narwhal, Zayd, Camel Moon, all of us. We're all kicked out. Anyways, just a note. What's the deal with John Malin? Come on, man. Just a note to invite you to follow us at, that would be twitter.com. By the way, if it's renamed X, why is it still called Twitter? Anyways, twitter.com/CyberFrogHD. That's CyberFrog, capitalized HD out there for you good people. We'll be posting news about all caps comics, CyberFrog, Snowman, Rainbow the Brute, and upcoming releases on that Twitter page. It's officially all caps comics, Twitter/X. Thank you for your continued support. That'd be from Uncle E. So some good stuff there. Good stuff there. I don't know. Do frogs have teeth? Did he get teeth when he got turned into a CyberFrog? Are they like cybernetic teeth? Is he gonna bite the heads off of the bees? These are important questions for Bear. Very important questions for Bear. Anyways, there is Uncle E. Once again, $525,000 and some change there. Just horrible, people. Horrible. Just a apocalyptic wasteland out there of comic books. Except for in Comicsgate, where they're doing really well. Except for it. Amy has a great idea. She says, I guess they could call it X-Twitter. X-Twitter. It sounds like you're off of Twitter. X-Twitter. Oh, okay, you've left Twitter. No, I'm on X-Twitter. Oh, okay. X-Twitter. I don't know. They should, like, mash it up somehow. Like, they should replace all the T's with X's. So there would be, like, X-Wixer. X-Wixer. I don't know. Whatever. Because it's like, hey, I want to go Google something. You're not talking about the company. You're talking about the search engine. So Twitter is kind of synonymous with a micro posting out there. So why you changed it, I don't know. Whatever. Kind of odd. I don't think Twitter has that long. They're burning through some cash there. Burning through some cash pretty quickly. X-Whizzler, says Amy. Yeah, there we go. That's a whole lot better. Whole lot better. I have no idea. No idea what's going on with Elon Musk over there. He's trying to get I think he's just trying to get his rockets going to Mars and just... you probably find out, hey, we finally successfully sent a rocket to Mars. And Elon Musk is like, all right, see you later, suckers. I'm out. Peace. And then just leaves. Like, all right, I've had enough of Earth. I'm gonna head to Mars. You suckers take care of whatever you gotta take care of here with Brandon and all this other stuff. Anywho, there you go. Good stuff from Uncle E. Uncle E. And more good stuff. People, we were literally talking about France the last show. From Gary Shipman. Titan, Mouse of Bite is being translated into French. Sacre bleu! Titan, Mouse of Bite is being translated into French. I just said that. And will be available later this year. A date to be announced. To commemorate this event, let's check it out here, people. There we go. To commemorate this event, art prints of the cover art are available. You get your choice of print with or without the logo. Both come signed by Gary Shipman. That size is 8.5 by 11, so there you go. He says, thank you for all your support. Your friend in comics. That would be Gary Shipman. I haven't seen too much of Gary lately. I know he's got a whole other situation with his YouTube. I don't know if he ever got that figured out. I know he was streaming on Rhoda's channel, but I haven't seen a whole lot. Haven't seen a whole lot there lately, so we shall see. Well. Finally, he shows his face. That would be P-Money. Finally shows his face. Good to have P-Money here. You got to go back and watch the entire show. And then make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Yes, indeed. In multiple accounts. So what has P-Money missed? Well, you missed our celebration of the life of Bob Barker, one of the greats, one of the goats out there. One of the goats. We were talking about The Batman and how just stupid that is. A number of other movie news. And on to some campaign updates. That's kind of the short and the round of it here. Did someone finally mail Bear salmon? No. God, no. Still waiting on that. Did he do a professional show? God, no. No. did spend one show not making fun of Canada. Well, now that you remind me, I mean, we could have went an entire show without maple syrup jokes. We could, but we're not. We're not, people. We are not. Anyways, Titan, Mouse of Might, being translated into French. So even those folks up in Canada can read Gary Shipman's book. There we go. Full circle, P-Money. Full circle right there. That is a professional at work. Learn from the great Bob Barker out there. Come on down. Come on down from Canada. Come on down from Canada. All right, let's see. Do we have one more? I think so. I think we can fit in one more. From our good friend, Mike Miller. Oh, he says, what does he have to say here? Pardon me, from Shad. From Shad. He says, no news is good news, question. I gotta do this in the accent. No news is good news, crikey, question mark. Things are moving forward. We've been making minor tweaks here and there to the covers to make them look as good as possible, crikey. Once given the okay for the last of these changes, printing of the covers will proceed. Put some shrimp on your Barbie, will ya? Then on to binding everything together, like a Foster's. Yes, like a Foster's. We're getting ready. We're getting so close, rather, to being able to get these out to you. Just got to put it into the what do they call it? The kangaroo. They got to put it in a little pouch there, so they can just jump. They can just jump to your door, mate. Crikey, oi! What was the Steve Irwin one? It was Crikey, wasn't it? Crikey, crikey. They got stabbed in the heart from the, what was it? He's trying to stick his finger up some sort of it was a stingray. He was trying to play with some stingray's bunghole, and he's like, oh crikey, I got stabbed in the heart, did I? I'm dying. Yeah. Then he died. There we go. That can't be right. Well, I'm sorry, it's not the best Australian accent. It's probably more of a sort of an English, I don't know what they call that, the sort of lower class English, sort of things are moving forward, are they? They are. Yeah, probably more English, but Bear went to the Outback Steakhouse one time, so that's got to count for something. He ate the bloomin' onion, so that's got to make him like 1/100th Australian, something like that. Kangaroo mail service. Kangaroo mail service. Crikey. Oi. P-Money says, all good our Canadian friends in Quebec can finally read Titan. They finally can. And understand it, too, because it'd be in French. There you are. Gary should just redraw Titan and have Titan have like a half-burnt cigarette and oh god, what do they call that? The funny little hats that they wear over there. The beret. They should have Titan in a beret and like a half cigarette, maybe like a black and white striped shirt. Titan is a what do they call that? It's not a ventriloquist. What is it? The one where they don't speak? Not a mime. What is it? I forget the name of it. Where they're trying to get out of like the invisible box or something. I forget the name of it. But there you go, Gary. Chop chop. We need to make this Titan more French to help you sail in the Canadian market. A mime. There we go. Thank you, Amy. I knew the chat was here for beer. I knew the chat was. All right, anything else? No, he's just running at you. Usually you would put your sword first, not the hand. I guess he's talking to the hand there. Talking to the hand. There you go. Titan mime. There we go. Titan mime. Titan spends the entire book trying to get out of an invisible box. There we go. All right, anything else? Anything else? No, nothing campaign updated, but got something to show you for you good people here. Let me do that. Let me get the lights on here. 1 second. Talk about your show. That's that. That checks. That checks. That checks. Everything checks out for beer here. Yes, indeed. P Money says again, telling me to talk to my shelf. My shelf keeps giving me the silent treatment. The silent treatment. Well, I'm sorry about that, P Money. So how does bear? I'm sorry. The stinking. What is this thing? This little thing, the heart thing, that gets in the way. Let's see. So how does Bear's new mic sound to you, P-Money? How does it sound? He says, oh, wow, new mic. He should, God dang it, what does it say? He should plug in both and do a comparison. Well, let's go ahead and do that, people. Let's go ahead and show what's going on here. Show and not tell, people. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you. Hello, people. Hello. All right, let's check it out. All right, so new mic here. I gotta fix the. Let's see. Do that. 1 second. Do the thing with the thing. All right, let's see. That works. Okay, so that is okay. This is mic number 1. Mic number 1 there. You can see. All right. Hi. Hello. How are you doing? I'm Bear. Twilight, you're a veteran of the woods. Grrr. Grrr. All right, let's try the other. All right, this is the original one. All right, so we're on number 2 here, people. Microphone number 2. He got the different one. I apologize about this ahead of time, but Bear's noticed in the last couple videos that he'll be banging on the desk here. He'll do the, and it shows up, or you can hear it. Because the microphone sits on the desk here, so you hear that. Okay, let's go back. All right, test. All right, this is number 1. All right. I mean, you can still hear Bear hit, but it doesn't have the same effect on the microphone that's on the stand here. All right, let's see. Number 1 or number 2, people? This is microphones, and not anything else. Okay, so this is number 1. Let's see, this is number 1, right? Number 1. All right. Any thumbs up for number 1? Thumbs up for number 1. Let's see. Let's see. Amy says, not too talkative of a shelf. P-Money showed up, says Jimmy. Has the blizzard let up? There's a blizzard? Holy cow. I thought he was snowed in until October. No, I think you get snowed in October. I think this is the warm month for him. His blizzards don't start until August 27th. 27th, people. So he's only got a couple more hours to go here. Of beautiful summer. Beautiful summer. No, the blizzard of 2022, God Tank, Stupid Heart. I'm gonna guess ended the brief Canadian autumn of July. Unfortunately. All right, I guess we are gonna go with number one here. We're gonna go with number one. All right. Oh shoot, I still have that one on. Sorry. Here we go. The new mic sounds clearer, lacks a fuzzy sound, I think. Is the fuzzy sound good? The new mic sounds clear. I'm sorry, clearer? Yeah, clearer. Stupid Heart. It sounds clearer, lacks a fuzzy sound. So okay, I guess it's more clear. I hate that heart YouTube puts in the chat. Well, if you also hate that heart that's in the chat, make sure you hit that heart button there and let Bear know. The best way that Bear's found is, here we go. They hate it so much, they love it. The best way that Bear's found out to kind of get rid of that, or not get rid of it, but to kind of mitigate it, is to do the pop out. Go up there and do the pop out chat, and that will help out. Look at all the hearts and the laughs. Just keep it going, people. That will help. Bear out a lot. Amy says, fuzzy is good on bears. Thank you so much. And plush toys. I don't know what you're trying to say there. But not in audio. Thank you so much. All right, I apologize here for just 1 second here, people. I'm going to get rid I will keep an eye on the chat here, but I need to get rid of it for just 1 second here. Because we've got... Bear needs some help here from you good people. So the stack here that we got is our Stack-o library books. So we've got a number of them here. We'll go through them all here in just a second. Finally got organized. That took Bear forever. It took Bear like a week and a half. Anyways, I've got two here. So 499, Is This You? Both from Narwhal. One's a... no, actually, both of them are a Nar-Zach joint. So, Narwhal, your boy Zach out there. 499, it's not necessarily a school shooting, but it deals with a shooting at school. I don't know if that is a good one to go to the library. If you've read it, let me know. Probably gonna... I have plenty of 499s. Plenty of them. I don't mind giving it away. It's the subject matter. Aiming at, your, I don't know, 7 to, let's just call it 14, kind of age range, maybe 15, 16 age range there. I think that would be a little too much. Is This You? It has some bad Germans in there, so very good book. I enjoy it. I say it's Zach's most personal book there. But I don't know that it should go to a library, so I'm gonna kind of hold off on this one. Put that one off to the side. But there will be people. Earthbound. This one was the floppy, so this is the floppy version. I've got another hardcover there, but the first Earthbound was a floppy that Bear gave to the library, so might as well go ahead and keep that with that there. So there's that. So that's book number one that's going to the library. Sorry, 499. I believe I have another CyberFrog coloring book. I'm not sure. Bear needs to go back and double check that. If he's got a second one, this will go to the library. If not, might hang on to it. Not too many people have this, so might be a version that Bear keeps. Need to go through all my Packins Land stuff. Not Packins Land. Titan stuff. Never got Packins Land, but got the coloring book. I believe this is already in... Pardon me, people. I believe this is already in the library. I believe Bear already gave this one away. This one's another question mark here, so I'm going to just put that into the question mark pile. This one is definitely not a question mark. Chrono Mechanics, people. RT Bear. So we're getting some good stuff there. Number 2. I'm not sure about this one. I gave Graveyard Shift number 1 away. I've got number 2 with the regular cover, but it's signed. So, this one is, yeah, check it out. It is signed. Look at there. This one's also signed, but probably more of a more well-known, has more copies out there. So probably going to give that one away. Oh, let me get back to that. I apologize, people. I just wanted to show full screen there for just a second. There we go. Get the chat back there. Melissa says, oh, neat. That is pretty neat. Here we go. Dee Dee does a lot of coloring books. Okay. Working out. Okay, I need to go back here. Oh, well, that heart button gives my thumb a real workout. Keep going, P-Money. My thumbs are gonna be massive after this stream. There you go. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. There we go. There you are. Let's see. Working out the thumb. Oh, okay. Now I get it, Amy. Now I get it. Dee Dee does a lot of coloring books. There we go. Again, this is... there's nothing wrong with the book. Good book. Mike McMahon doing a great job out there. I just don't know about the title. of it there. So if anybody has any comment, suggestions, let Bear know. I'll ask the library about it. Bear will ask the library about it. It's kind of in the tentative pile there. Uh-oh, I cut out half of Chrono there. I tell you what, people, I will keep an eye on the chat here, but I'm going to move the chat here for just uno momento. So people can see what we're getting here. Now, some of these have protective covers. The other ones, Impossible Stars here, do not. Can we see the no? There we go, there's the no. So I'm trying to figure out, should Bear put these in a protective thing and then give it to the library? Or just leave it as is? Again, Bear's got a couple of copies. I don't care. Once it gets out of Bear's claws here, they can bend it and do whatever. It doesn't matter one way or another to Bear. I hope they keep it relatively pristine there, but I don't know. So I will ask the chat here if we should put it into, like here we go, the back of it here, with the backing and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know. Jawbreakers, which one is this? Number 2 out here. I believe they've already got number 1, so have to double check on that one, but there you go. The Ethan cover. Giving away the Ethan cover and keeping the Kyle Ritter Jawbreaker, so go figure on that one. P-Money says, Ruth says, she takes offense to Jiminy Cricket, assuming we always had snow. She said, we had one day of summer last month. She thinks it was a Tuesday. There you go. There you are. I wonder if Canadians, like if it snows in Florida, we have no idea, what to do. There's not, we don't have snow tires or anything like that. Even ice. You don't even have to do snow, just ice. There's no, crossing the bridges. There's no, signs or anything that tells people, hey, it might be iced on the bridge. There's none of that. So, people in Florida would not know what to do with, a bad winter with snow or something like that. I wonder if Canadians have the same thing, where it's oh my gosh, where do I go to get sunscreen? Or, where do I go to get shorts? I gotta dig into the back closet to find my a t-shirt, I wonder if that's kind of the same, similar situation there. Let's see. Jiminy says, P-Money, give Ruth my apologies. Oh, that's nice. Amy says, I feel like the library doesn't keep track of the sleeves. I'm with you, Amy. I'm going to give them in the condition that they're in. Well, more or less. For example, I think I took everything out of, Inglorious Rex here. I think everything is out of there, but I might just give it as is. If they don't want it, I definitely want to keep the plastic cover and the back cover there. You see, I got a couple that doesn't have any, so that might be a possibility there. But anyways, Inglorious Rex, there you go. Go check that out. Bear went on to Indiegogo today. Just on a lark, just kind of looking around at different stuff. Went to go look up Shane's new campaign. It's called Excend, AXCEND. It didn't really pop up. It was like third or fourth. I also looked up. What was I looking up? Oh, CyberFrog. It showed all the finished campaigns, but it didn't show CyberFrog 3 for some reason. You had to go. You had to go to the old campaigns and then find the new campaigns, and then it's got a list of the new campaigns that you can search from. But man, trying to search on Indiegogo or just find stuff on Indiegogo is getting pretty tough out there, people. Jiminy says, P-Money, I'd rather have you mad at me than Ruth. That's true. That's true. Do not piss off Mrs. P-Money out there. Amy says, Snow, my snow plan would be panic. There you go. There you go. Which, by the way, all the folks here in Florida, just keep an eye out on the tropics. Never know what's going to happen. The entire state of Florida is under a tropical warning. Just figure out where it's going to go and then let people know. Don't let people freak out for like 2 days and then, it's going to go here instead of there. It's going to go to Pensacola rather than St. Pete. Oh, well, that's like a majority of the state. Thanks. Anyhow, there you are. P-Money is going to tell us one honest truth. My family has ceiling fans. We mostly use them during the summer. The past 2 months, we have turned on our air conditioner twice. Beer hasn't turned off the air conditioner for the past 6 months, so there you are. There you are. Today, the heat index was like 105, 107. Yesterday, it was like 112. So, yeah, a little hot. Beer got up this morning. We've got like little thermometers that are wireless. Got up this morning, looked outside. It was a very nice 76 degrees outside at 4 in the morning. The only downside is it was 88% humidity. So not very good chance to cool off there. Not a good chance. Amy asks, have you tried Fund My Comic? Not in a while. Did it very early on. How are they for searches? Probably pretty good, if Bear remembers correctly. I try to leave the link of the campaigns that are on Fund My Comic, but Narwhal has his campaign taken down, and I believe Mike has the Lone Star taken down. So those aren't on the description just yet here, but if there is any that Bear should put up, just let him know. Just leave Bear a comment or something like that, and I'll go ahead and put it in there. We weren't here at the very beginning. Bear was talking about Ripperverse, Eric July, his situation there where he is being, looks like he's being sued by some sort of religious church ministry, something like that out there. Again, Fund My Comic, Shane has his on his own campaign. They were just launching Battle Brick Road. Eric Letters Too Much. That was on his own site. Glorious Rex is on Nine Lives Comic, I believe. Fund My Comic, yada, yada, yada. All these places need to come out and let people know about how they're handling their cybersecurity. One of Bear's concerns with Rippaverse out there is maybe there might be a discovery phase where a number of the backers might be listed out there in the lawsuit. That'd be no bueno for a lot of people out there. So once again, hopefully Fund My Comic getting a little bit better with that. We'll see. Amy says, in the past 2 years, I've turned off my AC. Never. Never. Well, North Florida, we do have seasons. We do have seasons. We do have to turn on the heat every once in a while. Ay, ay, ay. Amy's electric bill is about $500 a month. I sure hope not. Sure hope not. That'd be quite a bit. Excuse me. Moving on. More books. Probably the best book of 2022. I don't think anybody would have any disagreements otherwise. Breath of God. Breath of God. So here we are. There we go. One of Bear's favorites. One of Bear's favorites out there. Battle Maiden. Got plenty of these. They actually have Volume 1 signed at the library. I tell you, that library probably has more signed Comicsgate books than any place in the country. That's why Bear's not letting on which library it is. I don't want a bunch of people there just scrabbing all over the place. Like, I want a copy. Signed as well. Look at there, Lone Star. Got plenty of these, so. They got the first copy. So there you go. Excuse me. Monster Hunt, number 2. I like the first one a little bit better. But there you go. This one is the mic cover because got the, what did they call that? Like the male tier, I forget what it was called there, but you got all of the covers. You got all the covers and the black and white versions. Ended up getting 2 colored copies of Monster Hunt and no colored copies of Elliot Fernandez's book. So, got 2 copies of this. There we go. There you are. Anybody wants to buy a Monster Hunt, Bear's going to try and get his eBay game going on here. Gotta get it going on. Fatal. Fat L, if you prefer. I like the artwork in here. I really do. Was this signed? No, it's not signed, unfortunately. Oh, yes, it is. Look at there. Look at there. It is signed. How about that? Anyway, some good artwork here from Charlie. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Here we go. Good stuff there. Enjoyed the book. They did it in the Marvel method, which was he was doing the artwork first, and then they were trying to come up with the story. And it sure felt like it. The first half of the book was really good, and then the latter half was like, what the heck's going on here? And finally, Starblades. Poor Lone Star. Just couldn't hack it. Couldn't hack it, Lone Star. Anyways, there's Starblades. So, gosh, how many is that? 10 plus? 10 plus there. I like how he's swirling the gun there. I just now noticed that. This is how a French Titan should look, with the half-burnt cigarette in the mouth, have a little beret up top there. There you go, doing the mime. You know, I'm in the box. No, I can't get out of the box. So there you are. There you are. Amy says, cool, can I get a book signed by Bear? Sure, always. Once Bear gets the eBay situation figured out, it might be a month or so. Got a number of stuff, including. Let me go to it here. Let me go see if I can. Hopefully it's still on here. Let's see if whole OBS still works with Bear here. Yeah. Anyways, got plenty of artwork here. Oh, did it not? There we go. There it is. It might take a minute for it to load here. Not gonna sell this, not at all. But got plenty of artwork that might go up. This came with Battle Maiden number 1. No, wait, number 2. Number 2 out there. Wait. Is it number 1 or number? This was number 2. Number 2. If I remember correctly. So, speaking of Mike Miller out there. Anyways, just some interesting artwork. Some of it is just sitting, and it needs to go to a more deserving home than Bear out here. More deserving. Here's another Mike Miller. There we go. Was it Chung Lee? And I forget who the other character there was. There we are. Oh, there we go. Speaking of Monster Hunt, Monster Hunt page from the first one. From the first one out there. I don't know why I'm just showing you people artwork, but there we go. Oh, speaking of USA Assassin. There we go. There it is. Oh. The Good Mike McMahon. So there we go. I think that was on either like a back cover or interior page or something. I forget if it was an alternate cover or not, but there you go. There's the Good Mike. The Good Mike. Actually got something from Kanan White. Kanan White there. Good stuff. So, anyways. Oh, Weldon here. Keeping this one, people. Gonna have to pull it out of Bear's claws. Uh-oh, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Gosh dang it, YouTube. Gosh dang it. Oh, I forgot to bring over, what was the name of it? The Eric Ninotalski book. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. Anyways, there you go, Hopscotch. Hopscotch was her name. There you are. Pregnant Weldon. Pregnant Weldon. As he should. Come on back, Weldon. We miss you. We miss you. But you know who else we miss? That would be the great Bob Barker. Spinning the wheel one last time. Coming up on the full dollar. The Katana Girl looks sweet. Yeah, that's Hopscotch from, oh God, what's the name of his book? I'm trying to remember the name. Shadow Sentry. Shadow Sentry out there. There you go. So, if you've got the Shadow Sentry, I'll get back to it here. I'll go back to it. If you got the Shadow Sentry cards, the metallic cards, that was part of this. So one of the cards for Weldon was this artwork here. Beautiful, beautiful. She's got a really long katana though, really long, or she's very tiny. One or the other there, but there you go. I think pretty much all of the stuff Beer is keeping is Weldon stuff here. So including this one actually hung up. This one's actually hung up in Beer's cave here. Definitely not getting rid of the old Calvin and Hobbes. Not at all. Speaking of which, where did I put my Calvin and Hobbes book? Where did that go? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got the old. Got the old. Got the old. Got the old. There we go. Got the old. Calvin and Hobbes right there. Booyah. Paya. That's definitely not going to the library. Definitely not. Alright, people. I am getting an error message. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So I apologize about that. Go ahead and wrap things up here real quickly. P-Money says, wouldn't it be ironic if the picture of Barker, instead of being on 90, was on 99, the age he died? I'm sure somebody could Photoshop something in there. They could. Oh, by the way, just I'm just leaving this with no comment whatsoever. No comment whatsoever. There you go. Anyways, people, I don't know what's going on with YouTube here. We're getting some error messages here, so we're just going to go ahead. Wrap it up here, people. I want to thank everybody out here. P-Money, Jiminy Cricket, all of the Lesters, all of our, is that it? All of our Russian bots and lurkers. We appreciate each and every one of you. But you know what? All of this YouTube not receiving enough video, it's making Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr. Grrr. Good night, everybody.